trusty Falcon let me down. Already let me down, but it made I was pulling out of the driveway to head home, and it made just such a bang somewhere in the car. It kind of took me by surprise. It was just a huge bang, like to the point where I'm checking for bullet holes. I was like, what the heck just happened? And so I kind of rolled on down the road, just like 50 yards, and I'm like, wow, the car's really leaning to the driver's side, and it's like something's not right. So I carefully managed to do a U-turn, and you could tell something's not right. So we're going to throw it up on the rack, but as you can see, I'm sure you would have picked up on driving in, it's sitting very low on the driver's rear. So something's gone on there, something that made a big bang, and it definitely bears looking at. So we're going to throw it up on the rack now, and let's see what happens. Okay, what have we got? What went bang? Well, yeah, you don't have to be a genius to work this one out, do you? There's that problem, which completely explains why it was sagging so bad. Yeah, it's kind of missing, and this, yeah, there's the old leaf here. Well, not the old leaf, the front part of the leaf. Just snapped clean in half. You can actually, there's a darker piece here, and it looks like it was starting to crack. And then, yeah, when I go out the driveway, it's kind of, you go out on an angle over a hump, and it kind of twists the suspension. Like this side would have been compressed up, and the other side would have been kind of hanging a little. Let's just put the bit of extra load on it. My lard ass in there on that side, and yeah, it went bang. So I have been looking around a little bit on the internet, and the springs are a little hard to come by. My first thought was Mustang ones will be the same. Wrong, they're not. They're close. The leaf, the eye, the center pin here to the eye is an inch longer on the Falcon, and the center pin to the rear eye is an inch longer on the Falcon. So you might get away with an inch on the back with the shackle, but at the front it's going to move the wheel an inch further forward, so the car's going to crab down the road and the wheel won't fit in the wheel arch properly. So we've got to get Falcon ones, and the closest ones I'm able to find are, we checked out Mercury Comet and Fairlane, and they're all different. Only an inch or so each way, but they're all different. The Falcon is the Falcon, and there's a few complete parts cars for sale, which I don't want a complete parts car. I can buy them new, but they're a 4-leaf pack, which I'm guessing, the dimensions are correct, but it's a 4-leaf pack, and I'm guessing that's for the V8 car, which is a bit heavier. So I'd like to be able to find some 3. I guess we could just use the main leaf, but I mean the springs are pretty old and scaly. It's $150 each side for the 4-leaf pack. But if any of you guys watching have an old 66 through 70 Falcon sitting in your backyard that you don't want the rear springs out of, holler out in the comments, because that would be a help. There's $300 for new ones, which with what I paid for the car, it's not the end of the world. But it's it's like shit. We have gained, that wasn't there, this little oil leak we've got here, obviously being run, I've probably put 200-300 miles on it since we got it running, and that's fresh. We've got an oil leak there, so we're going to have to address that. And I also notice we've got a little pinion seal leak coming out here. But that's the joy of cars that sat for a long time. Often the seals will stick to what they're sealing on, and it'll tear a little bit off the lip. That actually happened to Marge. That's what happened to the transmission in Marge when we first got her running. It destroyed the seal, the main seal going into the transmission that the torque converter seals on. So yeah, it just goes to show, like, parking these old girls up for long periods of time is not a great idea. They like to be driven. but I'm definitely going to have to put an axle seal in here, and that I think I can just ignore that. I don't really want to mess around with, you know, changing the preloads and stuff like that on the pinion. But yeah, some new springs would be nice. Some new shocks, I think, what might be in order, do you think, guys? They look a little bit like a bit of the newness is worn off. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at. If any of you guys can help me out with some springs, that'd be awesome. If you can't, we'll be ordering some off the interweb and putting it on for, well, I guess we could take one of the 4 out, possibly, because I don't want it to be sitting up too high in the back thinking it's a pro stock car. So yeah, all right, well, that's it for today. We've diagnosed the problem, but yeah, it's unbelievable how loud that was. That was a seriously loud bang when that let go. Mind you, if you ever heard a garage door spring let go, they're pretty loud too. But that really, I was kind of off in my own world, leaving, you know, heading for home, and this almighty bang, and it woke me up. It woke me up well and truly. So hey, there you go. All right, guys. Well, have a good one. We'll be back with some more content shortly. Hopefully, he's putting some new springs in the back of this. But yeah, let me know, guys. Take it easy.